Alright, and we're live. Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick little video here showing you how to properly work and engage your lats. So when it comes down to working different muscles, a lot of them are fairly straightforward, but one muscle that a lot of people have a lot of difficulties training are going to be your lats. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to bloop up on the screen right over there. So those are your lats. You can see it's the only muscle in the picture. And the most important thing, anytime that we're working any muscle, be that your biceps, triceps, legs, what have you, the most important thing is always going to be to understand your origin and insertion point. So that's going to basically be your two connector points. So where it is on one bone and where it goes to on the other bone, because that's going to allow you to understand kind of what motion you need to have in order to properly work that. So for our lats, it's going to originate on our back, the thoracic vertebrae, and then on the insertion point it's going to be the upper bit of your humerus right there. So now that we have that under wrap, let's hide that real quick. So how do we properly work the lats then? So now that we have that information, let's talk about improper cues. So not that there's necessarily anything wrong with this cue, but if you don't already know how to work your lats, I think that this cue is going to give you a lot of trouble. And I'm sure you've heard people say to first initiate with your shoulder blade and then drive through with your elbow, which that's a perfectly valid cue, but if you don't already know how to work your lats, that can kind of throw you for a loop, because a lot of the times then you're not going to be using and really activating what you should be. And a lot of times from, anecdotally and just what I've seen, you're going to start biasing a lot of your upper back if you follow that cue. But let's say that you follow another cue. So now that we know where our insertion point is, the upper bit of our humerus, think about driving and initiating the movement with that, and then with your elbow, think about going down and back in a sweeping motion. So together, I'm thinking about first pulling with my upper bit of my arm right there, and then I'm coming down and sweeping back with my elbow. And now, another thing to note, guys, you saw me stop right there and not go all the way back there. If I'm back here, my lat is no longer engaged. I'm no longer using any of my lat. So if we want to fully work our lat, we need to make sure that we stop whenever our lat is fully contracted, because if we move past that point, then our lats are no longer going to be under tension, and at that point we're no longer working it. So that's another big thing, is to stop within the range of your lat. So again, we want to think about starting the movement with the upper bit of our humerus, and then we're going to think about taking our elbow and sweeping down in an arcing motion. Right like that until our lat is fully engaged, at which point we're going to stop, and then we would go back and repeat. So guys, that is how you properly work your lat, and you can apply that to all different kinds of exercises. In the thing that I blooped up, there were some different exercises. Take this and apply this to any kind of row variation you want if you're wanting to work your lats. But anyways, I hope that helps. I will try to be posting some more videos lately, and hopefully I'm going to get my mic working, because I think it sounds a little bit crappy right now. So thanks guys, and have a good one.